guys, just showing you what I was doing. I'm getting the gas line mounted. It was all stainless and hard piped, which I couldn't get the bend or turn the right way, so I slotted the floor. Had to order some hose here, which came this morning. I got some 1/2-inch hose coming for the puke line. That's not here yet, but that's what I've been tinkering with on the back here. As you see, Dad finished up all of our undercoating and our seam sealing inside. He's working up in the front corners right now, so just wanted to throw this together real quick with some clips from last night. We had to wait for the hose and stuff to get delivered. Once it's all wrapped, I want to turn around and do some electric work, probably on the front end, and get the headlights, taillights moving. But that's just want to check in, show you where we were at. Been pretty busy trying to get some stuff done. As you can see back here, we relocated the filler and the overflow tube, puke tube. I'll turn the camera around here. It's slotted down here, which is not finished. I'm making a cover plate for that with some trim to make it look a little prettier. I did start getting the wiring tucked up through the car, getting it pinned up. Same side over here, ran up, mounted all the little computer box bull crap. That is the factory subwoofer. I still got to get one bolt in it, but I think I'm going to leave it there. And then I've got the factory rear speakers, which were going to go right up there behind Dad in the quarter panel. But I think I might bring them back here and just elongate them and stick them up in that rear parcel tray too. Underneath here, as you can see, the lines come down, tied together, spliced in, ran across, bolted up to the top up here, and then straight back into the factory position. All I did was take this 90-degree metal fitting here and loosen it on both sides, because it used to point that direction. Now it points this direction. So that allowed me to do that, and then I just ran, there's two breather tubes that I just ran over and out. They will be underneath the car. They don't do anything other than vent to atmosphere anyway, so it really doesn't matter where they're at. So I'm not sure what all I'm going to finish up doing today. We're still working. Let me spin you around. Dad is working on the front door jams. You can see that door jam over there. We finished welding inside the door jams, panel bonded, smooth, seam sealed. Now we're just putting a fiberglass kitty hair over it to help just finish it, make it look prettier. Figured that would probably look better than me making an aluminum panel and trying to pin in there. So that's what's been going on today. Slowly but surely coming along. So I'm not sure what I'm getting ready to start on. I know I want to get at least one more bolt in the subwoofer because it's supposed to have 3 to mount. Right now it's got 2, and one of them I'm not a huge fan of, but it's there and it ain't going nowhere. So I will see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, I'm probably finished for the night. Figured I'd spin you around here and show you what's been going on. You got the part with the fan, it's hot. I mounted the rear speakers on both sides, mounted the subwoofer from the underside. It should have went back like in the trunk, but it was too big to be in the trunk. I had to make a little scab on a little bracket to catch that last bolt hole, because I was trying not to put any extra holes in the actual subwoofer box so that hopefully it doesn't affect the sound. Got the wire all dressed through. I actually elongated the speaker wires on both sides because originally they were going to be in the door, and I decided to put them up top. So that's that. That's what I did. I also got, as you can see over there, the fuel pump, fuel filler rather, the filler in the puke tube got put in. I still need to finish my trim piece down here, but it's in. So now when you come around and need to fill up, boom, it's right there. It's all the original parts. So that works real nice. So I got most of the wiring ran. It's not exactly pretty, but it's all going to get covered with the interior, so it's really not going to matter. I might do some like vacuuming and some odds and ends tonight, just to kind of clean up. Dad's been working on, well, I don't know why I turned around. It's kind of hard to see in low light, but he's been working on the door jams, and he got them. Went ahead and finished welding them actually last night, and then he panel bonded a couple spots that the aluminum body didn't like to weld, and he started smoothing it out with some kitty hair. That way the inside door panel is as smooth as it can be, so that hopefully it doesn't interfere with the door, because again, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's good enough for a rat rod. So that's what I got done today. I hate to say it, but I have a lot more time than I expected in the wiring. Not because it was hard, mainly because trying to mount the subwoofer was a complete nightmare. And I was waiting on the hose for both the fuel filler neck and the puke hose. Puke hose, it's the overflow in case you overflow the tank at the gas pump. It fills that little container and drains back down a line to the tank. There's two vacuum hoses. I don't know if we'll be able to see them here. Right there. These two hoses. One is off the rear end. It has like I guess a pressure hose that comes off and just dead ends over here, which is what it always did. The other big one there is a vent that originally went out to the gas cap. And I've basically just rerouted it, brought it up, and then tucked it back into the frame. That way, they are both still just naturally venting to the atmosphere. That's where they were supposed to vent to anyway. So, not a big deal. So yeah, I got that. Got most of the wiring ran. I still have not done anything with the reverse lights because I'm not sure what I'm doing there yet. My neighbor at the body shop came over the other night with a rear bumper for a like late model bus, like bay window bus, about the same as what I got off the roof for the Beetle. And that rear bumper is really close to fitting on this car, like really close. The one he brought over, he could not give me because it's already spoken for. It's for another project, but he has a couple more that he said are in rough shape. I don't care that they're in rough shape. I would prefer them to be in rough shape so they don't look out of place. So he did make a comment that the price is right. If I want it, I can have it, which he has always been fantastic about hooking me up with stuff that either fits, works, or I can make work. So I can't complain. He's done bodywork for years, and he kind of amasses parts. He'll go to swap meets and $50 for those 4 boxes. And it might have stuff that he never uses. It might have stuff that he uses the day he comes home. And it might be stuff that sits on a shelf and someone else uses, like myself. So he comes across a lot of stuff like that. I did get my antenna put on properly. I'm going to have to tweak it and kind of bend it till it's straight. But as of right now, the only thing missing is the power going into the doors, which I'm still playing around with. I was going to try to reuse the Ford regulators. I've found a set of like universal window regulators for I don't know, like $67 or something, I think, for a pair of them. Basically, it's a little ring motor that slides over the original crank, and it basically just, all it does is powerize that window crank. So as it spins, it the motor spins it. Okay, now my window regulators aren't currently in here. This is the door handle. Your window regulator sits here, and basically what that new set does, it would have a ring that slides over it. It's got little teeth that lock onto the spline, and then it has a flexible piece that comes down, and you can mount the motor remotely in any opening that you could fit it in. So that would allow, I think it got to be like less than like 30-degree bend or something. It just kind of got a swoop, which in this thing here, this door is pretty wide for the window style. I think I would be able to get it pretty easy. I'm also still going to try to hide a speaker here. I have the original speakers for the Explorer, which, you know, they don't look like much. It's got like maybe a 4-inch and a tweeter. But for the 2005 model year, this thing had the top of the line stereo. All the steering wheel controls. It's got a 6-disc changer in the dash, subwoofer in the trunk. It's a pretty nice stereo for what it is, and in this small car, it's going to sound really good. So I'm just going to throw them back in because I have them, and because I'd rather just throw it back together than buy a whole bunch of crap. I had to buy both pieces of hose for the fill and the puke tube, which I didn't really have in my budget. Not that they were super expensive. I think all in, I'm still maybe $600 so far, totaling out. That's between the $400 that I bought the 49 for, and then the odds and ends, little pieces here and there. So all in all, it's not going real bad. I think we'll be pretty, minus the glass. I ordered the glass. I have not done the math on all the glass on the rubber. I've got, I don't know, if I had to guess, $500 in windows and glass coming. I still have not got an update on when it's going to come, but it's coming. So I just have that to look forward to, I guess. I got the taillights in the last video, I believe. I think it was in the last video, or if not, it'll be in this video. I don't remember. I don't know, my mind's fried. I'm tired right now. But I'm going to come up tomorrow, work on the wiring on the front end of the car. Probably do the headlights, get them swapped over. At least prep, or at least do the one turn signal, the passenger side turn signal, and then I want to look at the driver's side. If I think I can modify the grille to make the wrong side turn signal fit, I'll do it if it doesn't look bad. If it looks stupid, I have the back. I think the back plate is the expensive piece. It's the piece that nobody can find and nobody makes any. But looking at it, I think I could just flip it and re-drill holes and cover the old holes. And basically all it does, it's like a little like triangle piece like this on the outside. And that lens hooks on it and then pops on and runs 2 screws on the grill assembly. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I know I've touched base on it before, but basically there's a flat sheet under here. It has like a little forked arrow piece that sticks out that this slides into, and then top and bottom you have a screw right here on either side. As you see, they definitely need gaskets. This one's shot. This one was missing. There you can see where the original pins were. That's the original pins that went through and pulled it. I'm going to have to cut them. And I can either trim this to match that cut, or I have to buy the new trim and new glass. I'm going to play with it and see what it looks like. From that point on, we'll figure out what we're going to do. Simple as that. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep everything as low budget as humanly possible. If I could do, you know, with the money that I have in it right now and then the windows, I think I could probably get the whole car in under about $1,500 with everything that I plan on doing. That's with putting the interior back, possibly doing some new carpet for some of the areas that aren't covered by the factory Ford carpet. It's not counting paint, of course. I got a buddy next door. He has already offered to paint it. He is into it. He loves it, and that's what he wants to do. And he enjoys painting them like that. He wants to paint it. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I help him out as much as I can, and he helps me out as much as he can. He's a great neighbor to have, good dude. In fact, let me turn here real quick. He just modified his bus a little bit the other day. It's probably been in the video a couple times in the background. That's his little Volkswagen bus, and he just put the Cyclops light up there. It's got a little running light and a giant fog light. So it's a pretty damn cool little bus. Got the old school impact bumper on the front. It's bone stock. She ain't nothing hot rod or fancy, but it's very cool. And most of the patina, well, all of it on the front and down the sides, the only real patina is on the roof, which, you know, nothing through, nothing leaks. It works pretty well. In fact, he just put new door seals. So that's a pretty damn cool little VW. And actually, there's the bumper he brought over. So that's not the one that I can use, because that one's spoken for that bus that's sitting there. But he said that he's definitely got a couple more. I'm probably going to ride down to Harrison, which is like the next city over. It's about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes away. And I'll go through his shop with him, because he's got another shop down there. And just spend the day digging through a bunch of crap, see what we can find. So that's probably where I'm going to cut it out tonight. It is nasty hot here. It is so humid. I'm so over it. I believe it's supposed to pour down rain again tonight. I could be wrong, but that's what they said. It was supposed to start like 2 days ago, and they keep pushing it back, pushing it back. I hope it just pushes back forever. So that's what's up, guys. Hope you enjoyed the time lapse, even though I know there wasn't a whole lot going on here. Exciting. I do keep meaning to get those back on. Those Explorer side skirts, the steps. I'd like to put them back on. And then we're thinking about, right now the exhaust is broken about like right here, basically right where it goes over the axle. And I priced the cat back, and it's not a terrible price, but I want to get rid of the muffler anyway. The muffler, I don't know, it's on the other side, but it starts about right here. And it literally goes all the way back, and it converts to a piece of pipe, comes out like 4 inches, and does this, and then back. Well, we're thinking that we're going to turn the exhaust out like in front of the wheel here on both sides is what we're thinking. Basically just put a Y, and then that Y will dump out on both sides underneath the tire. So I'm not sure if it's going to be definitely on both or if it's just going to be on this side here on the driver's side, but either way I think that's going to be our plan. Also got this one is here, and this went up to the rear console. Well, not a console, but like, yeah, it's a console, dome light and console. So I've got that ran. I'm not sure if that's getting used. It may just get rolled up, but at least it's there where it needs to be. Everything back here is tied up, out of the way. All the grounds are connected. So in theory, once the headlights are done, and I do got to figure out door switches or cut the buzzer, because every time you put a key in it just goes batshit crazy, like the doors are open and just buzzes. Well, it doesn't affect anything, but you know, it's definitely not something you want to happen while you drive down the road. And I do not have the switches, the originals. I don't have one for the 50 because they were not there. It's completely gutted. So that's a problem for future Alan. Present Alan is going to call it night, guys, and I'm going to go to bed. Well, not to bed. I'm going to get a shower, go grab a bite to eat. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.